Hello guys, welcome back to this channel. Today, let's rank all upcoming MCU TV shows. They're going to be ranked by my excitement. I will leave like mentions about where I would put Wandavision, Falcon and Winter Soldier. So, Wandavision, I'll just tell you, if you include, I'd say Wandavision I put between, overall, I'd say, based on just my excitement, with the trailers, I would say I would drag it down to between 9 and 10. But without the trailers, I was kind of interested, so I'd say 7 and 6. Falcon and Winter Soldier, I would say, the trailer, even with the trailer, it was probably number 2. I'm gonna be honest. I was disappointed. But anyway, I'll tell you a little bit more about where they would place in a little bit. So, not much else to say, but I'm not gonna do the minifigure review because I'm kind of lazy today and I'm a little pressed for time. So, anyway, let's get started. I think this one's kind of easy for me, so I'm going to go with I Am Groot. I'm going to be honest, seeing Groot shorts, that doesn't really interest me. I enjoy the character of Groot, but, I would like to see a little TV show on, the Groots, about them, their whole planet. I think the TV shows are doing, one of two things. Either kind of exploring new things, kind of like SheHulk, Armor Wars, or is it Iron? No, sorry, not Iron Wars. Ironheart, Miss Marvel. Although some of them are exploring new things, and then some of the other ones are just expanding on the characters. But the bottom two, the number 10 one, I think I can excuse a little bit more because it has a little bit more to do with stuff. But this one, it doesn't really fit into either. That's kind of why I'm not as excited for it. And overall, I still think, I enjoyed the character Groot as a whole, especially the original Groot. But, I'd love to see a TV show about, the Groots, as a whole. They mentioned stuff in Infinity War and in the original Guardians about that stuff. And, yeah. So, I'm not really that excited. This is the only one I'm not really excited for. Kicking out the top 10, we have Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. I don't know. This one, the problem here, I'm going to be honest, I just think that, it's an interesting idea. The Star Wars Holiday Special I heard was god-awful, and it was horrendously bad. But here, the problem here is that, you could do a bit more stuff with the Guardians. I don't think it's needed, really. I think it'll be kind of fun, as a whole, kind of like one of those flashback sort of things. If they do that, that'll be kind of interesting. So, but I'm kind of excited for this one. This is one, they're kind of split into four categories. Extremely excited, interested, not really interested. Groot is the only one interested. This one, I'd say between 10 and 7, I would say I'm interested in. And then 6 to 4, I'd say I'm excited for. And by the way, I will include Loki on this list because it hasn't fully debuted yet. And 2 and 1 are the only ones I say I'm extremely excited for. Maybe 3. I don't know. But anyway, Guardians of the Galaxy Odyssey Special. Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, kind of cool, kind of an interesting idea, but not really for me. Coming in number 9, we have She-Hulk. I mean, it's just like the girl version of Hulk. I mean, really? I mean, the things that interest me about this one is the whole Tim Roth returning as the Abomination. That's cool. I like that. And seeing Mark Ruffalo return, I'm interested. But the problem is, I feel like when you describe something as just the girl version of the man, it doesn't really work. And I wonder if the show might fault for that. I mean, I hope it's great. I mean, I'm interested. But, like, overall, the other ones have a bit more uniqueness to them that make it pop a bit more, other than just the girl version of Hulk. But I do think the Abomination returning is what's really keeping this one higher than number 10. So, but I still am interested with this one. These next 3 are really just a tie. 9 and 7 are kind of a tie. But overall, I would say I'm interested in it. Coming in at number 8, we have Ironheart. I think Ironheart, it's a kind of an interesting direction to go with this new character who kind of inventing like this new kind of Tony Stark technology. If we did have Armor Wars coming out, I would be really excited. Maybe she could take over the Iron Man gear. That would be really interesting. But I mean, the problem with this one, it's less so that like it's the girl version of the guy or just like it just like doesn't do anything for me. It's more so that we kind of have another better version of this, or hopefully better version of this with Rhodey. And I mean, and I don't think we really need a new character that's like this. Maybe you could do like a little Pepper Potts show. Yeah, I'm just kidding. That's a terrible idea. But overall, I think this is probably the one I'm most torn on. Because on one hand, seeing kind of the new Iron Man gear or new invention of that Iron Man suit or gear stuff kind of like that, I would say that's really interesting. But introducing a new character, I don't know. I mean, I'm interested to see what this one will turn out. And I think the only reason why my number 7 is ahead is just because it doesn't feel like it just feels like its own thing. This, not so much. Coming in number 7, we have Miss Marvel. I heard she was actually kind of the lead player in the Avengers PS4 video game, or PS5, I don't know. I don't play any of those video games. So the thing that really kind of is interesting is that kind of seeing Peter Parker kind of like character, that's interesting. But I mean, I did mention this with She-Hulk, that this the girl version of the guy. That doesn't really work. Here, it's a little different because they don't have the exact same powers. And I think maybe having this perspective from a woman, they might throw in some sort of feminist sort of loss. And I hope it's better than what were doing in some of the seasons of Supergirl. That was probably my least favorite thing of season 1 of Supergirl. I didn't like that whatsoever. Even though I'm a relatively big fan of the season, I don't really care for that. But anyway, so this one, I mean, I'm kind of interested in it. I think it'll be kind of cool, but I'm kind of interested. I'm not really all that excited for it. I'm not like I can't wait. Coming in number 6, we have What If. If this wasn't animated, this would be like number 2 or number 1. But the animation kind of lowers my excitement because a couple reasons. Is that you don't really have like a lot of the stuff you can do that with live action. I mean, in ways there's more you could do, and it makes it more like a comic book, but I'd rather just have a live action show. But I still am really excited for this one. And of all of the TV shows that have aired so far, this is the one where I'd say, I think a week to week would be useful. I can understand why I feel this is top 1 or pretty near the bottom. And at first, I was like, really? But then I heard some more things about it, like some of the what-if scenarios, especially the one with Peggy Carter and Steve. That one might be interesting. This one might be one of those like varying quality depending on the what-if scenario. So I'm interested. The trailer looked pretty good. The animation style looked great. I am excited, but not as excited as the top 5. But before we reach the top 5, I have something to show you. Okay, so for today, we got a Bugatti. Like I said, I got some extra lighting, just in case. Anyway, so I've been building this for probably a year by now. I stopped building at one point, then kept building it around at, like, spring break. And now we're here. It's finished. So, yeah, I just wanted to give you a little sneak peek. And, the door's open. Kind of. I broke something. Whatever. And I'm going to do a review of this about in like a few months. So be I'm ready for that. I don't think it fits up here. And with the Falcon, I guess maybe I could put it right there, but we'll see if I want to. And let's go back to the video. Coming in number 5, this is one I think I've been more excited with as the trailers have been released. That's Loki. Before the trailer was released, I was not excited for this one at all. I mean, I was interested in it because I like the character of Loki, but I wasn't really that excited for it as much as I was for some of the other ones like Falcon the Winter Soldier, Moon Knight, Hawkeye. But once the trailer's released, it's kind of teasing the sort of time bureau sort of thing, or time organization, time lords, time variant stuff, time travel. That's amazing. This is like, I think this adds another layer to the MCU, that especially with the first episode, you got some sort of stuff involving like time. And I mean, okay, I'll just go off my excitement. And also seeing the cast, Owen Wilson is pretty cool, a fantastic addition to the MCU. Other than maybe Jake Gyllenhaal and Michael Keaton, I think this might be the best like stunt casting of any of the MCU movies. Like, Owen Wilson is a fantastic actor in my opinion, and done some great stuff like Shanghai Noon. Whatchamacallit, he voiced Lightning McQueen in Cars. He was also in Armageddon. He was great in that. And overall, I do think this one I was excited for, especially with the trailers. But before that, this one I would say I was just interested in. Coming in number 4 of Armor Wars. Seeing Rhodey get his own show, that's probably the character I wanted to show the most from. He's the character that needs the most development of any of them as a whole. My biggest problem with Rhodey is that they really haven't done that much with him out really post Age of Ultron. They haven't really done much with him, besides being like Tony's friend, or in some cases his sidekick, which I still enjoy Rhodey. I'm going to be honest. I think I may prefer, as I said, if you take Rhodey out of Endgame and all of his stuff they did with him in Endgame, I think I prefer the Terrence Howard Rhodey. I'm going to be honest. Because I think what they did with, I don't think the actor is as good, but I think what they did with the character was a bit better. So, overall, I would have been okay with either. I think they're both great in the role, but I'm actually really excited for this Armor Wars show. I hope Justin Hammer returns here. I think that'll be fantastic, and I'm just excited. This is one this is where he gets the ones I'm kind of really excited for. The only thing that kind of draws me away is seeing kind of another Iron Man show sort of thing. It doesn't draw me away from it that much, but I mean, I kind of want something else at this point. But I'm still really excited for this one. Coming in number 3 is Hawkeye. Of any of them, if you thought I really wanted Rhodey, this is one I really want. Seeing Hawkeye with the TV show is kind of nice. I mean, Hawkeye's not really been one of my favorite characters. I like the actor as a whole. He's been in some great stuff. Like he was in the Bourne, he played the guy from the Bourne Legacy. I don't remember his name. He was also in Mission Impossible, Ghost Protocol, and Rogue Nation. 2 of the best Mission Impossible movies. Not the 2 best, but 2 of the best. And I just think I do think the Hawkeye character is alright until Endgame, which made him a great character. Gave him some more stuff involving his family, regrets, and all that stuff. And I think that was really nice. But I want some more expanding on this character because they haven't really done that much with him. I mean, I think this is kind of like Black Widow. They kind of added another layer to him as a character. And overall, I'm really excited for his TV show and what it could do to develop this character. Coming in number 2, we have Moon Knight. Sort of like I love the Batman movies as a whole, and especially the Christopher Nolan ones. I really love Batman Begins and The Dark Knight. I like The Dark Knight Rises. I don't love it. But overall, the thing that really hooks me in here is kind of the vigilante aspect to it. We haven't really had something like that in the MCU yet. I guess we kind of had that with Spider-Man, but not really. It's a bit more different than that. But I'm really excited for a little vigilante show. And also, I feel like I'm just excited. Oscar Isaac, pretty good casting. I don't know if that's the best sort of casting, but also, he was in the Bourne Legacy. I think he was one of the better parts of that movie, to be honest. And overall, I do think this one I'm just really excited for. I always have been, and I think a vigilante show in the MCU is just perfect to me. Coming in number 1 is Secret Invasion. The only reason why this one's ahead of Moon Knight is just because this one was teased. In Spider-Man Far From Home, one of the post-credit scenes, this one, where they're talking to, supposedly Nick Fury and Agent Hill are are like talking about Spider-Man, some stuff like that, and then and then it's revealed that there's Squirrel, and then Fury is in the Squirrel ship apparently. So that on the whole interests me, and I'm actually really excited for this one. I mean, there's nothing that really draws me away, but I mean, the only reason why this one's ahead is just because it was teased. Moon Knight wasn't, and therefore this one is at number 1. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and comment down below. And I'll see you guys next time. Adios. And by the way, one thing I've noticed in my latest videos, they've been getting a lot more likes. So really since the video that you'll pop up right here, favorite movie from every year I've been alive. I think my videos have been getting a lot more likes lately, especially like my Bond videos, my MCU videos, and I thank you guys so much for that. And you guys are awesome. Adios.